Hello, everyone. Welcome to yet another session of Indian Business Houses. We have been discussing the business models of multiple different brands. Today, I have come up with a new session wherein I am going to discuss the business model of a very famous brand with you, which is none other than Byju's. Yes, and the learning objectives of today's sessions would be to analyze the business model of Byju's, the learning app, to have a detailed understanding of what Byju's actually is, to get an insight to the revenue generation of Byju's, and to understand the functioning of Byju's. The learning objectives of this session would also include to get an insight to the impact of COVID-19 on Byju's application. After this session, you would have analyzed the business model of Byju's, the learning app. You will have a detailed understanding of what Byju's actually is. You will carry the insight to the revenue generation of Byju's, and you will have a deeper understanding of the functioning of Byju's. You will also have a know-how of the revenue generation of Byju's. So let us start with the discussion of Byju's business and revenue model. Before we start, I would just like to give you a brief introduction over what Byju's exactly is and how it was started. Byju's is basically an online learning application which was originally started by Baiju Ravindran. Byju's app gained extreme popularity and was evolved into a massive organization through a Think and Learn Private Limited in 2011. It is a platform where the lecturers educate the students to learn and develop exceptional academic ideas via the app and apprehend them much better when compared to traditional school learning. The app specializes in mathematics and science, thus helping the kids all over the country to fall in love with the learning and master in all the subjects and topics it has to offer. Byju's business and revenue model runs on a subscription based method and helps the students at large in accomplishing their academic goals. The organization is a very big hit as it has precisely catered to the appropriate audience and has done an amazing job at helping students prepare for their entrance or school college level examinations. This app also provides graphically enriched lectures, making the topics quite easy for the students of all the ages to comprehend, thus having a better grip on their academic topics. Due to Byju's recorded lecture features, students can enjoy learning at their own convenience. So, the man in the picture shown on the screen is none other than Baiju Ravindran, who is the founder of Byju's The Learning app. Byju's Ravindran is an Indian and belongs from Azikode, a small coastal village in Kerala. Before Byju's, he initially worked as an engineer in a UK-based shipping company. Ravindran was respected among his pals as he helped them crack their entrance exams, through his simple and easy to understand tricks. Though he accomplished 100 percentile in his own entrance examination, he rejected the IIM. Challenging the traditional educational system, Byju's is evolving into an educational giant, helping the students at large to enjoy learning. So the global e-learning market, as you can see on the screen, is constantly increasing year by year and is set to be over $300 billion by 2025. There won't be much delay in time durations when we will find lots and lots of learners learning through e-methods rather than adopting the traditional methods of learning by going to schools and colleges. And Byju's is one such platform which is going to be, uh, you know, an educational model for future. Byju's is basically a premium educational model wherein a number of the primary academic content is made available to the students for free. However, to gain access to much more easy and amazing content, the user have to opt for a paid subscription. According to a December 2019 report published by the Economic Times, Byju's had accumulated more than 40 million registered customers and 2.8 million paid subscribers. Quite a big amount. So, in monetary year 2019, Byju's business multiplied to rupees 1,341 crores from rupees 490 crores in the preceding monetary year and stated a net profit of rupees 20 crores. Furthermore, the credit for Byju's success goes to a deeper understanding of the Indian academic industry and providing its users with the best satisfactory content possible. By March 31st, 2020, Byju's planned to multiply its revenue to rupees 3,000 crores. Considering the profitable fiscal year of 2019, Byju's plan to launch new products like Byju's online tutoring in order to attain this mark. Millions have been raised by Byju's and it has been successful in acquiring companies like Maths Adventures, Tutor Vista, EduRite, Vidyarath, and US-based Osmo. Byju's did not fail to grab Facebook WhatsApp owner Mark Zuckerberg's attention, and his own Chan Zuckerberg Initiative landed up investing $50 million in the company. In 2019, Byju's valuation crossed the $5 billion mark with an investment of 25 million from General Atlantica. Before that, Byju's had raised budget from Naspers Ventures and the Canadian Pension Fund (CPPIB), which had raised its valuation to $3.6 billion from the $1 billion valuation within the early economic year of 2018. Now, I would like to discuss with you the impact of COVID-19 on Byju's application. So let us go ahead. Personalized training online was conducted by Byju's during the lockdown, and these online classes are intended for the students to continue their academics even during the pandemic and get personalized guidance from the same. History, civics, and geography are the few subjects that Byju's began teaching and is now planning to record lessons in vernacular languages. Learning material in Hindi and English is already available in the app. Divya Gokulnath, the co-founder of Byju's, believes that White Hat Junior, an app that claims to teach kids online coding for $300 million, is perfect for the plan. She believes that coding is a necessary future skill which will help our kids accelerate with international expansion. India, having the largest school-going population, can benefit a lot from this merger, wherein a team of experts makes high-quality learning made easy, educational content, and it reaches every nook and corner of the country, benefiting whoever it comes across. She also believes that technology is a cost efficient way to solve many of our inefficiencies. It will surely democratize education and bring high quality learning to all. School education cannot be replaced simply by online education. However, it can help students to learn hard skills and core subjects in a nation that lacks quality school infrastructure and content. There is a chance that a student's educational perspective might completely change due to the big changes such as online learning, which will in turn inculcate the habit of self learning in students. So, this is a graph which shows the operational revenue, the total expenses, and the losses incurred by Byju's in the previous few financial years, 2018 and 19. So, let us move ahead and discuss the revenue model of Byju's. The learning modules for school and college going students, as well as the students preparing for their entrance and competitive exams, is a facility that Byju's app offers. The videos are created by featuring an instructor who makes tough concepts easier using the audio visual tools. To access the desired course, students have to pay the necessary course subscription fees, which vary from course to course. The lectures are usually pre-recorded that enable the students to download and access them offline at their own convenience. So this is one of the major benefits of this learning module, because the student does not have to be present in the virtual session whenever it is organized, and it is not time bound. So a student can at any time keep the downloaded material with him and access it whenever he or she feels convenient. So sometimes Byju's offers its course content online through live sessions also, and Byju's operates on a subscription based revenue model. So Byju's earns its revenue by charging students the subscription fees for the courses that the company offers. So here is my question to you, all of you. Having learned all the different types of business models, which type of business model is Byju's using? Do not worry, I will definitely answer the question by the end of this session. So, Byju's actually employs the teachers, coaches, and trainers to develop such quality content and create an intellectual property base that it owns. Since Byju's functions online, it allows its content to reach many students in need, thus adding its popularity and revenue. By making more sales, Byju's earns tremendous profits. It is one of the largest Indian web organizations that has a capital productive action plan. The organization secured somewhere around $540 million in grants powered by the South Africa's Naspers in December 2018, with a giant valuation of $3.6 billion. Byju's disclosed that it had made a considerable profit in the last quarter of 2017. Recently, in March 2021, Byju's had raised $1.5 billion in series funding round. The capital raised will be used for inorganic growth through acquisitions. The latest fundraising values the company at $15 billion. Byju's plans to keep moving forward with its disconnected mentoring and wishes to grow in the US, Australia, UK, and few other countries also. Byju's has purchased Akash Educational Services Limited (AESL) for about $1 billion. It is considered to be one of the most expensive acquisitions in Indian edtech space. So I just want to enlighten you with some questions, some answers to the questions that might be popping in your brains right now after having heard so much about Byju's. I'm sure that the details that I have given to you people have been thoroughly knowledgeable. We will definitely test that through the quiz also that I'm going to take at the end. Meanwhile, here is the first question. What is the revenue of Byju's? Byju's revenue is around $460 million in the year 2021. What is the business model of Byju's? The question that I had asked you a few minutes back. Yes, the Byju's follows a freemium business model. It earns through the subscription amount paid by the students. Byju's also earns by selling the products. Byju's also provides a number of premium academic content absolutely free. Who are the competitors of Byju's? The major competitors of Byju's are Unacademy, Vedantu, Khan Academy, Simplilearn. So with this, we have discussed the business model of Byju's. I really hope that the session has been pretty informative for you. And earlier we had discussed the business models of Flipkart. We have already discussed the business model of Ola Cabs. So, with the advent of the sessions, I am going to discuss some more business models with you. And then, of course, we will be starting with the next unit of Indian business houses. So here is a small quiz based on the same session that we have just done. Name the founder of Byju's learning app. The options that are given are A. Sachin and Vinny Bansal, B. Byju's Raghavendra, C. Byju's Raviraj, D. Byju's Ravindran. And the answer is D. Byju's Ravindran. Here is my next question. Byju's app was evolved into a massive organization through Think and Learn Private Limited in the year A. 2001, B. 2007, C. 2019, D. 2011. And the answer is D. 2011. Here's my next question. Byju's app specializes in which two subjects? Mathematics and science, social studies, languages, science. The answer is A. Mathematics and science. Here's my next question. Byju's provides online tutoring to the students. A. True, B. False. And the answer is B. False. They do not provide any kind of online tutoring. Sometimes they just take some online sessions for the better understanding of some concept. Otherwise, most of the learning material is pre-recorded. Here is my fifth question to all of you. Chan Zuckerberg Initiative landed up investing $50 million investing how much of $1 million in Byju's? The answer is A, 5 billion, B, 3.6 billion, C, 1 billion, D, 50 million. And the answer is D, $50 million. Here's my next question, the sixth one. Dash is the co-founder of Byju's. A, Krishnan Ganesh, B, Shrikant Iyer, C, Divya Gokulnath, D, Gaurav Munjal. And the answer is C, Divya Gokulnath. Next question. Recently, Byju's has purchased Dash, Tutor Vista, Unacademy, Akash Educational Services Limited, AESL, D, all of the above. And the answer is C, Akash Educational Services Limited. And this is my last question. Byju's follows a Dash model, Premium business model, Vedantu's business model, Khan Academy's business model, or Simply Learn's business model? And the answer is A, freemium business model. So with this, we have come to an end of this session wherein we have discussed the third brand's business model, which was Byju's. We are going to discuss some more business models also before we start up, before we conclude this unit and start up with the next unit of Indian business houses. I really hope that you are thoroughly enjoying the sessions of Indian business houses, because this is one subject that would give you tremendous knowledge about this Indian business houses, their functioning and all. And this will not only inculcate an aspiration amongst all of you to get associated with such good business houses, but also it will be a stepping stone for your future endeavors to become an entrepreneur yourself. So that is the idea behind taking this subject of Indian business houses. As I've already told you, that Gyan Vihar always keeps, you know, refreshing its syllabus, in every semester. And the syllabus of Gyan Vihar University is always at par with all the best universities around the globe. And we have a very dynamic curriculum which makes the students absolutely industry ready. So that is all from my side for today. I really hope that this session was thoroughly informative for all of you. Keep viewing the further sessions for more knowledge about this Indian business houses. And I would also suggest to that you people post in your comments in the comment boxes. I would be very happy to answer to your questions. And if you have any queries, please put them in the message boxes so that I can reply to them and answer them for your benefit. So that is all from my side. This is Dr. Swati Mishra from International School of Business Management at Suresh Gyan Vihar University, Jaipur, signing off. Thank you so much and have a nice day.